Welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to make a coconut flan, and this flan is very easy to make and it's very delicious. So I'm going to start by the ingredients. Here is a can of coconut milk. You can use whatever coconut milk of your preference. I have a can of condensed milk, and this milk is very thick and it's sweet, so that's why we're not going to add no sugar, because I already have sugar in there. And 5 eggs. Also, I'm going to add a cup of the coconut flake, and this one is sweet. We're going to need a blender, and we're going to start by preheating the oven at 350. And I'm going to saute the 1 cup of the coconut flakes in a saucepan, but be careful because these flakes can burn easily, so you have to keep an eye and you have to move that constantly. When you see them turning like light brown, it's done. So this is something you can put in there and leave. You have to stay there and wash. This is going to take a few minutes. Okay, my coconut flake is done. We're going to put it on the side. Don't let it in the burner because it's going to burn. And now we're going to start by doing the caramel. So in the heat saucepan, I'm going to add 1 cup of the granulated sugar, and don't worry, I'm going to leave the ingredients at the description box below this video, so that way it's easy for you to find the ingredients and make your flan. You have to be careful with the sugar because the sugar can burn badly, so don't put your finger inside, don't be curious. and just stir, and you're gonna move that when you see a golden color, it's done. Don't let it burn, and if you burn the caramel, you have to start all over, because it's not, the flan is gonna have a funny taste. And you're gonna use a baking pan. You can use glass or you can use aluminum, but it has to be a oven resistant. Okay, make sure it's oven resistant if you use glass. When your caramel is done, quickly you're going to put it in your baking pan, and be careful because the baking pan can be hot as well. So I'm using the aluminum, that's 9x3 baking pan, but you can use whatever you have available in your house. And you're going to move that, and the size of the aluminum can heat it up, so just be careful. And you're gonna let that and put it on this side. You need another baking pan bigger than that because we're gonna fill the other one with water. We're gonna put this in the oven with water, and we're gonna cook this a baño de Maria, which is a bain of Maria, something like that. That's what we're gonna cook that. So we're gonna leave that in there, and now we're gonna do the flan mix. Now in the blender, we're gonna mix all the ingredients. We're gonna put 1 can of coconut milk, 1 can of condensed milk, 5 eggs, and the eggs I'm using is large, not extra large, and not medium, large. And the coconut flake, it has to be cold already by that time. Don't add in hot because it's not, it's gonna cook your eggs. And then we're gonna blend this until everything is well combined. I'm going to add a pinch of salt, and now it's time to blend all the ingredients. Now you're going to pour the mix into your flan, into your baking where you have the caramel, and you hear a cracking noise. That's normal, don't be scared. It's a normal sound, so nothing gonna happen. And I remember by this time you should have your oven preheating at 350. Now we're not gonna cover this flan. We're gonna bake this flan on cover, and you're gonna put it in another baking pan with water. It can be hot or cold, it doesn't matter. And we're gonna bake this for 1 to 1.5 hours. Depending on the oven, it can take up to 2 hours. And how you know the flan is done? When you insert a knife or a toothpaste and it comes out clean, that's when you know the flan is done. Okay? I have the water in here. Okay. Put the other one inside. Put it in your oven and bake at 350 from 1 to 2 hours maximum. And I'll let you know and I'll show you what we're going to do next after those hours pass. Now the flan is ready. You're going to put it in the rack and you're going to let them cool down a little bit here. I'm going to let it for 1-2 hours. You can put it in your refrigerator after an hour or two and let it cool completely before you turn it. Or let it cool down for 3 to 4 hours on top of your counter, okay? So I'm going to show you after 3 to 4 hours what I'm going to do next. I'm going to pass a butter knife around the edges and I'm going to turn it in a plate. But not now. You have to wait until the flan is completely cold. Okay, I let it cool for 3 hours. Now I'm going to pass a butter knife around the edges. And you're going to make sure you get a big plate, bigger than your baking pan, okay? When you turn your flan, it has to be something like this and flat. You're going to put it right there, and then quickly you're going to turn it. 1, 2, 3. Wait a few seconds. Make sure everything is. And ta-da-da! Here you have your coconut flan. You can garnish that with some coconut flakes. You're going to do the same procedure as before, like warm it up a little bit and put it on top, or you can leave it the way it is. You don't have to do that. It's only for garnish. So here is the coconut flan. I guarantee you, you're going to love this delicious coconut flan or flan de coco. And remind you, I had this recipe in Spanish. If you have Hispanic friend, I also have this video in Espanol. Now I'm going to show you real quickly. I'm going to use a little bit, just going to use a little bit, enough to put a garnish. And let's say, this is optional. You don't have to do this part if you don't want to, but if you're going to put some garnish in your flan, you can go ahead and do it. So I have my medium or small saucepan, and I'm going to add the coconut flakes. And I'm going to let it brown it up a little bit. Don't burn it. A few minutes. Before you pouring on top of your flan, make sure the coconut cool down a little bit. And this is all, you can do that if you're going to take this flan to a party or any friend house, just to let them know, like, this is a coconut flan. This is not a regular flan, because some people are allergic to some stuff. So if you do it for your house, you don't have to do this part, at least you want to impress your wife or your husband. So here I have the coconut flan and let it cool down, and then I'm going to put it on top of my coconut flan. And here is the final result of the coconut flan. I hope you guys like this video. And if you like it, don't, give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to share in social media. And I'm going to cut the flan. That way you can see how it looks inside. And here is this delicious coconut flan, as you see. Very, very yummy.